Welcome back to Exposed. My name is Hogan, one of your panelists, here with
Taylor
and
Jessica
and
Peter.
So we just got back from interviewing Davis Mentor and Joanne Stacy from the Alternative Justice, and
Alternative Dispute Resolution.
So you guys didn't get to take part in the interview, but what did you think about what they had to say?
I found that it was really informative of how they went about it, how they showed what they really were. I didn't know what this alternative dispute was until now, and it's really good. I believe it should be a part in schools, really, schools anywhere in Ganawage, and mainly schools over what we're talking about here because of the whole dispute, the fighting, and.
So yeah, do you think if what we were talking about before the interview with this fight at KSS, and the two girls that got suspended, and then the possible suspension over the person who recorded it, after hearing what our guest had to say, do you think that I guess that sort of punishment is the answer, or?
I would say, I'm not saying they shouldn't be suspended. They should still be suspended, but they should have something else to do. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's just a slap on the wrist, or it's so easy to do it again. But because these girls, they're gonna be suspended from school. They're not gonna see each other for a few days. They're gonna have to go back to school, and then there's still gonna be that, that stigma and that tension between the two people, and I don't know.
Yeah.
They should have to go through something like this to sit in the circle and understand how you made the other person feel, and why did they feel that way, and you get to understand everyone's perspective.
Who was all involved? It was the two girls, the guy who was it a guy?
I don't know.
We don't know yet.
The student.
The student.
And I'm not
that
sure.
Videotaped that they should all sit in a big circle.
Mm-hmm.
And really, restorative justice. I had no idea it was like that. I thought it was a bunch of smoke and feathers and stuff, like really traditional stuff. But I mean, it sounds really legit, and I'm all for it now.
I think this program should be used more specifically in schools, and not just Ganawage Survival School, but schools in general, because I mean, as youth, we do stuff stupid sometimes, and I think it's you can use the example of drugs. I don't approve of youth doing drugs, but as I said, sometimes we do stupid things and have drugs on us at school, and then some policies in the school say you get expelled for that, and I know that's the way it is at Ganawage Survival School, and that puts a real impact on your permanent record, and that affects your life significantly. And I think if it was more than just punishment, and actually came to a compromise of why this person had drugs on them, or why they got into a fight, or
it's a lose-lose situation. If if something unfortunate like that happens, something like that, you have something on you you're not supposed to have, and it's that one decision it could impact your whole life. Mm-hmm. So if they were to go about it a different way and take the alternative route, then maybe they would actually learn something from it. They would learn a lesson from it, rather than just getting... Yeah,
because then you'd actually, I guess, you'd learn from your mistakes, no matter how, I guess, big or little your mistakes are.
Yeah, like what Joanne said, it makes everything a lot more personal. You feel the impact of what you've done, instead of just getting a little suspension or an expulsion or something like that. You know what you did. You
have to face the person.
Yeah, you have to. It's not just like breaking a window. You don't care whose window it is. But once find out whose window that is. What if that was the little baby's window? What did that little baby ever do to you? Nothing.
No, but you're right. It does make it more personal, because you actually have to come face to face with that person again, regardless of what the situation was. You still do have to come face to face with that, and you do have to man up and take responsibility for it. And that's why they said it's completely optional, which, I mean, you have to want to do it, and I find it's really good. And like you said, not just in Ganawage Survival School alone, other schools that involve not only just community members, but everywhere. Everywhere would be perfect.
Do they do it on the outside?
Yeah.
offers it.
Yeah.
They do.
They do?
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess it stems from our culture, though. I mean, that was the way we went about it before, so now I guess they're trying to bring it back, you know, and instead of going through this whole Canadian justice system, it takes so long and it's so expensive, and this could, you know, it could happen. You could be in the office, like, the next week, and, well, not the office, but you could go to, we were just talking about that. We didn't even know where it was, the location. It's right next to the youth center, the stone building there. And
It has a name, but we all don't know.
I don't know, but everyone knows what I'm talking about. And you could reach them. They're in the phone book, and or you could call the council and they transfer you if anyone is interested in going about this. But
not only that, it's also maybe it could be more efficient in terms of timetable wise. Like some people, like if you go to court, I mean, you have court one day, and the next time you have a court could be 3-4 months down the road.
mm-hmm.
Whereas this one, it can be resolved
like very soon.
very fast, very quick,
some of them,
very efficient.
Not all the cases like that they deal with don't happen just, you know, like that.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them, they can take, like, you know, 6 months, a year.
But still, it's a lot less of a waiting line, you know.
Yeah, because that could take, court system could take months, years, you know, and it's a waiting game.
And
it's
you
not so
also
much a waiting game.
have the whole record
mm-hmm.
thing where you're gonna make yourself a record, and that just destroys you as a human being. If you have a criminal record of any kind, any little smudge on that record, and it could really ruin you.
So since we're talking about this whole fight thing, it's been happening a lot lately, not just survival school, but even with the younger kids now in elementary schools and stuff, it seems to be coming up a lot. So what do you think the difference is with bullying in between genders and stuff? Like the girls, I don't know, in town we tend to get a little physical, the girls, but I mean other places, you know, girls, you can make somebody feel just as bad without actually physically hurting them.
There's physical abuse, bullying, and then there's the verbal, like you said, like.
But there's even like without being, you know, calling someone down or like, you know, punching them in the face. Like I went to, like Taylor, I went to an all-girls school, and just the experience with bullying was like completely different because the girls there, they were like bullying in like a different sense in that they make a girl feel like unwanted, isolated, without ever saying something necessarily bad to them or physically harming them.
More beat around the bush type style.
It's more like emotional bullying.
Yeah.
There's also online bullying too. You know?
Yeah.
Like what we talked about the last episode. We talked about homosexuals being bullied over the internet, and they ended up killing themselves. I mean, like.
Okay, like cyberbullying.
Yeah,
just bullying in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we said about filming a fight and, you know, seeing it again. It's already humiliating enough or embarrassing enough, or, you know, for it to happen once. Like, you don't need to see it again.
Would you consider that a term of bullying in a way?
Yeah, definitely.
To republicize it on YouTube.
Well, think about it. If you were, say, you were the person involved in a fight and you got jumped or something, and someone else happened to be videotaping it, and, you know, they put it online, and you found out who it was, I'm pretty sure you would
think differently.
You wouldn't
what if you lost? Everyone's gonna see you lose.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, look at this guy get beat down.
It's like a slap in the face again, but not, you know, physically.
Yeah, and then it's like, you know...
Not to mention all the consequences that could happen afterwards. I mean, now it's on YouTube. People are going to see it. It's going to be publicized. People are going to want to look at it, and they're going to see what happened. And then you also have that rep of you're getting beat up.
Yeah.
So.
Or just starting a fight.
It's also going to make it easier for them to bully you now. It's because now they have something against you.
And so many other people...
well, you got beat up now.
Yeah, so many other people can get in on it now.
Yeah.
There's so much access. I mean... Someone could film it and then boop, just press a button and it's already online.
Yeah,
you know,
you
don't even know.
Yeah, I've seen it. They come out with those new phones or anything that comes out. All of a sudden, it's connected right to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
like mine.
Yeah, like Hogan's here.
I mean, those are cool and everything. I mean, I don't have one, but I mean, I'd like to. But I mean, you just gotta be careful with it.
So that's all the time we have for this week's episode. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you have any feedback, you can email us at mohawktv@hotmail.com, or you can give us a call at 450-632-6397. Thank you, and Anna.
Anna.
Anna.